The smartest women with the happiest relationships are the useless women. Hear me out. As you can probably tell, I'm a highly capable woman. I'm capable throughout all areas of my life. Through my schooling days to my career, I attacked my married life in exactly the same way. I just executed. I was fast, efficient, I knew exactly what needed to get done. And in retrospect, it was so wrong. You're doing the work that you wish your man did for you. You think that doing a lot will gain you reciprocity. That is how women think. Men do not appreciate you doing work for them because what men need is to be needed.
The toxic side of the high-value woman. Be aware of the perfectionism trap. Hello ladies, thanks for tuning in. Before we start, please like and subscribe, and don't forget that you can have free chapters of my femininity guide simply by checking the link in my description box. If you often feel the need to be approved, to be told that you're doing everything well, that you are perfect, that you are loved, know that you are not alone. This need for approval is really just a lack of confidence. It often comes from deep emotional wounds. In this video, we're going to talk about rejection, abandonment, humiliation, and most importantly, how to break free from it so that you can finally feel enough, that you can attract a high-value man and feel good about yourself. So, you want to become a high-value woman, but what if your pursuit of perfection is hurting you? In this video, I'll explain how the ideal of the perfect woman can become an insidious trap. This hidden perfectionism can dim your light and disconnect you from your true worth, and that's the reason why maybe you let things slide, or you find yourself in situationships which isn't something that you want. You will discover the 5 signs that show that your perfectionism is holding you back, and why striving to be perfect can actually harm your feminine energy. I will teach you how to reconnect with your authentic self so that you can have all the tools that you need to release yourself from this invisible pressure. So, we often talk about becoming a high-value woman, but what if I told you that this pursuit can become toxic? What if, without realizing it, you were falling into the trap of disguised perfectionism? Today, we are diving into what no one talks about, the dark side of obsessively trying to be more, to be better, and to be flawless. So you follow all the tips that you see online, but you still feel like something is missing. You give men money when they need it, you buy them gifts to be loved, you avoid conflict, you buy nice lingerie, you learn about the best sex tricks, and you are patient. If they cancel last minute, you're cool. You forgive cheating, you spend hours doing your makeup to look beautiful, you buy tons of clothes on Shein to look your best. You constantly manage your image, you think, how is this going to be perceived? You're always performing during sex, you wonder how this position makes you look, and maybe you even avoid some of them. So when you take a shower with him, you feel insecure about your body, you try to hide, and all of that. So you also struggle with receiving compliments. You think that they might be lying when they tell you that you're pretty, because you only allow them when everything is perfect, when everything will be perfect. You see, you trying to hide your vulnerabilities out of fear that that they might lose attraction for you. But you need to know that it makes you less relatable and less real. And another thing that I want to mention is that you confuse self-worth with external validation. Your self-esteem rises or falls based on others' reactions. So if you recognize yourself in at least 2 of these signs, stay with me, because this isn't your fault and there is something you can do about it. I want you to know first of all that you aren't alone. So, why this quest pushes you away from your true power, to why this quest of perfection pushes high-value men away. You need to understand that you are right now emitting controlling energy, and I know that's not what you want, right? You want to be, the easygoing woman, the sweet one, the calm one, the soft one, but you also need to know that what you're doing right now isn't necessarily leading you to the woman that you want to become. So you need to know that feminine energy attracts through ease, not tension, and controlling is a masculine trait. You need to influence. Feminine women influence, they don't control. Understanding this emotionally will change everything. And when you will realize the power that you have once you learn how to influence, you're gonna feel like powerful. The good news is that it's easier than you think. Secondly, I want to talk about how you are right now disconnected from your intuition. Right now, you're too busy doing instead of feeling. Your intuition sees red flags, but you let them slide. You second guess yourself constantly. Him saying that doesn't want to marry you because you have a child. You think that that isn't mean, that's just him having standards, but that's him being mean, and that's him not respecting the woman that you are, because you having a child is part of who you are, and he built up the character that you have today. So that's something that you should own, and that's something that you should be proud of, and you should not let men shame you for that, you see. Another thing that might be you is that you aren't able to recognize what's high value and what isn't. Like, you don't understand what's wrong with work dates, with dinner dates, with coffee dates. You think that the goal is just to see each other's and see if we vibe. And another thing that's happening right now is that you attract men who are emotionally unavailable. And by emotionally unavailable, what I mean is that it can be you being attracted to men who tell you that you are beautiful and all of that, but they can't provide, and they aren't even optimizing their future life to be able to provide at some point, you see. And a guy like that is a man who isn't ready for commitment, and who isn't ready for a high value woman. Men like that are for casual hookups, and that's not what you want, right? So maybe right now what's turning you on is men who tell you that, okay, I don't want a committed relationship, I want a non-monogamous relationship, and you still accept to date them even though that's not what you want, and you tell them that, oh, like, you want them to change. But the thing is, like, they told you that they wanted freedom, that kind of sexual freedom. So you need to understand that when a man tells you something, you need to believe him, and the only thing that you have to do is remove yourself from those situations, not try to change them, because that's pick me energy, you see. And right now, men like that turn you on because them wanting you feels validating, and you feel like it's a flex. You reinforce your rejection wounds by seeking acceptance from the wrong man, and I know that's ironic because you think that you're doing everything right, but you don't understand why you're unfulfilled right now in love. And another point that I want to mention is that you tend to treat others better than you treat yourself. And one trait that feminine women have is self-compassion, and that's a trait that I want to help you develop. You need to give yourself more compassion, and I want you to understand that the true value isn't what you prove, it's what you allow. So, how to break free from this trap? I want you to start accepting that your vulnerability is magnetic. It's what makes you human, relatable, and unique. And you need to redefine your high-value identity. It's not a checklist. It's a posture of truth. And I want you to start celebrating your imperfection and start sharing moments where you felt weak, but how you transcended out of it. And notice what happens. Others won't make fun of you, they won't judge you, and actually it's gonna be the opposite of it. They're gonna feel empowered. And part of being a feminine woman is empowering others, because you have that solid foundation that allows others to feel good around you. I want you to start bringing softness into your life, and by having positive self-talk. You deserve love even when you mess up. So what you can do is that you can create a routine to disconnect yourself from outside judgment. So it can be time without social media, journaling, dancing, and stillness. So to conclude, if you're already a great woman, you are kind, beautiful, and all of that, you need to know that you have nothing to prove, and you only need to become more confident about yourself, self-assured, and worthless. And you need to stop letting things slide. I want you to subscribe to this channel if you want soul level truth, and tell me in the comments if you've ever felt trapped by this pressure to be perfect. Share this video with a friend who can relate, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.